So you chumps want to learn how to make a custom character in Crash Team Racing. Lucky for you, I've decided to make this tutorial so that people have some idea on what to do that isn't just some wall of text. This has been a long time coming, but know that this is just a basic guide. Experiment and see what works for you. Okay, let's get into it. There are several programs you should get familiar with if you want to do this right. I'll drop a link in the description so you can download them quick. First off, you gotta know how to rebuild the ISO of the game. If you don't, there is a short tutorial on how to do that on the Crash Team Modding GitHub page. If it wasn't obvious, download the latest release of the modding toolchain while you are here too. The next program is CTR Tools. This is the main modding tool that you are going to use to replace certain game files that will be included in the rebuild ISO. Finally, you need a 3D modeling software to create the model in. The best one for this is Blender, because pretty much everyone uses it and it is free. Who doesn't love free, right? But yeah, download that too. Huck, let's actually make this thing. Start by opening a Blender. Take a sec, learn how to navigate the viewport, how to change modes, and using tools. And learn the damn hotkeys. They will make things so much easier. If you get stuck or just want the basic spoon-fed to you, I'll link a Blender tutorial. Once you aren't totally lost in the program, we can finally start modeling. There are two real ways to go about creating a model for CTR. You can either go subtractive or additive. Subtractive would be something like importing a model from a game on model resource, simplifying the model, and transferring the color from textures onto the vertices. Oh yeah, you can't use textures to make custom karts yet. For now, we can only do vertex color, and you'll notice that many models that you import can be complex to simplify. So screw that crap. We're gonna do all reliable, additive. As you can probably guess, this is building the model from scratch, adding details as you go. For example purposes, I've decided to make the purple crate from Crash Bash and Nitro-Fueled. I have achieved comedy. Please laugh. Or at least subscribe. One thing to note with making models is that there are always many different ways to achieve the same goal. Really, it is only a matter of finding what tools and methods work best for you. Okay, first, import this pre-made Kart model that I'll provide, that you can use. You don't have to use it, but it is a good reference for the ideal size that you need. Add something simple. Best one I do is the cube. I know it seems obvious for this, but you'd be surprised what one starting cube can become in general. Okay, before we dive into modeling this, let's set up the viewport to display vertex color correctly. While in solid shading mode, click the down arrow and change the lighting to flat for accurate rendering. And for object color, change that to attribute. Hey, wow, the kart has color now, ain't that cool? Oh, by the way, you can change the color of the kart. Switch to edit mode and select all the green faces. You can press the up key to select more. When you've selected them all, go to vertex paint mode. This is how you will add colors to your model. Click on the face paint mask and you'll see the ones you picked before. They are the only ones that will be affected, so long as vertices are split from each other. Alright, go to paint, pick hue saturation value and mess with the hue slider to a desired color. Let's add some color to the cube now. Go back to object mode and select the cube. Go back to vertex paint mode and select set vertex colors. This will fill the selected object faces with the main color in the top left. Okay, so we've got the kart and we got a base mesh that has color. What the hell do we do now? Honestly, this is where things get loosey-goosey. You have total reign to use any tools to achieve whatever level of detail you can get with just vertices. There are like 3 things to keep in mind when detailing though. Number 1, try not to put vertices too close to each other. They won't render right in game. Second, be intentional with your coloring. Split faces from each other to get flat shading and try to have simple shading. Avoid using a lot of colors, cause this can also affect rendering. And finally, for number 3, make sure that the model only has quads and triangles that makes up the topology of the model. The game won't recognize scuffed faces, and it will corrupt if you really messed up somewhere, like too many colors or a mess of vertices. Be simple and intentional all the way. Other than that, there is not much more to say except play around in Blender to get the result you want. Add the level of detail that you need, and save often. More than you think you should. Okay, trust me. You don't want the pain of losing hours of work because you forgot to save, man. So, once you've gotten your model to a point that you are satisfied with, it is time to put this baby into CTR. Export the model at stanford.ply. On the right side of the export dialog, tick the format to ASCII checkbox, set forward to -Z forward, and set up to Y up. Name your file as the character you want to replace. This is an important step. If it is not the same name, it won't replace the model properly. In this case, I am replacing this one Annoying Cat, because screw him. So I'm gonna name it Pura.ply. Check the settings are correct and click Export PLY. Now we need to convert the .ply file into the right format so the rebuild will read the model properly. You can do this in CTR tools, which is helpful if you want to also replace other aspects of the game, such as textures, sounds, or in-game text. I'll provide a link on how to replace icons, since the focus of this video is on the model. So let's do this on Crash Team Modding. Obtain an original Crash Team Racing ISO game file. Format is .bin file. And patch the game with this modding template made by Putis the Man. It has some cool additions to improve the game and work properly. Use any X-Delta patcher that can patch over the game file. The .bin file that pops out from it is what you will use as a base to compile and rebuild your ISO. Open Crash Team Modding and enable CTR tools. Select your base ROM by clicking the 3 dots and finding it in its respective directory. Note, don't have any spaces in your files or the paths they are in. It can mess up the scripting of the GUI. After choosing your ROM, click Extract ROM. This will split the game ROM into individual files that can be replaced. Can't know this, bud, 'cause I am not gonna repeat myself. Okay, hotshot. Once the ROM has been extracted, click Advanced and you'll see some of the stuff I mentioned earlier. Audio, text files, and the one we need, the character converter. Select that exported .ply file that has been waiting around with the 3 dots, and click on Convert Model. This will activate the model reader and pump out the .ctr file that you are going to use to replace the model file. Thankfully, you can just click on Character folder after this, and you'll be directed right to the folder that has all the Kart models. Place whatever character's .ctr file with your own. Back in Crash Team Modding, click back to the main window, and you should be ready to rebuild the ROM. Click the Rebuild button, and it will assemble the ROM, this time with the replaced files. Once it is finished, the new ROM will be named CTR-rebuild.bin. It will be where the base ROM is and should have the new model imported in the game. You can test it straight from the GUI by clicking Open ROM and set the path for your DuckStation program. You do have DuckStation installed, right? No? Well, go and get it. It is not like we are playing on a PS2 here. Either way, you can use DuckStation to test and play custom CTR ROMs. In DuckStation, set the correct settings listed here. Then, open the Rebuild bin, go to any mode and start a race. Assuming you followed along right, your custom characters should be playable in the game. If there are rendering issues with the model, try reducing the number of faces. The upper limit is around 1,600 polygons. Also remember to not use too many colors or have vertices too close to each other. Alright, woohoo, once you've done enough testing and have the model exported to your liking, it is time to make the patch file. You can do it in Crash Team Modding or any capable X Delta patcher. I like to use this GUI patcher because you can select the original unmodded CTR bin directly to ensure it patches correctly. Technically, you are done. Congrats on making a CTR custom Kart mod. But hold on. You should test the X Delta patch before uploading it places. Simply patch the OG CTR bin with your patch, and make sure the patched bin modded the game all nice and good. Besides that, yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope that this tutorial was good enough to help you through your mod building process or whatever. If you have any other questions, or for many other things about CTR modding, go to the Custom Team Racing Discord to get some help. Don't forget to submit your mod to the Custom Team Racing website. Would be psyched to have your cart be included on there. In the meantime, I left the crate model files below for you to test for yourself. Not much else to go over, so that is gonna do it for now. Hope you have a good one and stay fried.